Hey everybody. So this was a formula I was just thinking about. I've been, struggling to see if this is like a legit thing. All right, so up here. So in CERN, Switzerland, they have a super collider. And what they do is they take hydrogen, they speed it up really fast to almost the speed of light. They slam it into a sheet of gold, and then they get an antimatter. So basically, negative hydrogen. The charges are swapped. So the proton is a negative, and the electron is a positive. So if you were to take negative hydrogen and then add that to regular hydrogen, in theory, you'd get 100% of your energy back, but that's a waste of energy because it took you a lot of energy to make the antimatter in the first place. So, how do we get our energy back? We take the negative energy, all right, negative hydrogen, that's this. I didn't write the plus and minus because hopefully you can follow along. And then we add that to helium, which has two protons and two electrons. My theory is that we get one hydrogen back, like it's knocking out one of the hydrogens, and then we get a funny particle. Now, it could look like this, or it could be, you know, like a molecule. Let me see if I can do that. No, my drawing is just not quite there. So, it could be like a molecule, or it could be like a molecule where it's sharing the electron. But my theory is that there would be like a large electron and a small, or I'm sorry, a large proton and a small proton, a large electron and a small electron. So basically creating a new element that I would call, zero because it's wobbly. It's not quite, a real element. But of course, there's the possibility that it just makes an unusual element. But, it's just a good theory of, could we make hydrogen? Could we use antimatter to make hydrogen? And then the byproduct would be, a warped molecule. And this warped molecule, it would have, extra energy because the large electron, right, is like warping the. But see, I don't know if that's going to start like a black hole because that would be like a sinking, because I would, pull it in, pull it out, pull it in, pull it out. It would just be, an interesting particle because you've got a big pool, big pool, little pool, big pool, little pool, and then that. Anyways, let me know if the scientific community can prove or disprove if this is correct, because this could, be like a new source of energy right here, or even this. Because, like I said, big pool, little pool, big pool, little pool. And I mean, we could try it with other elements. Like I theorized that, like with lithium, you can make like three different versions of the same, molecule element and still get like hydrogen out of it. But, the math is really tricky. I did it based on ratios of weights and measures, because hydrogen is a 1, and then helium is a 2, but its weight is like 4, and hydrogen's weight is like 1. So I don't know. Or no, its weight is 2. No, its weight is 4. I don't remember off the top of my head. So it has, neutrons. So maybe I should draw in neutrons. Anyways, yeah. So there's the little neutrons I added. Made them green. But, this would be a good theory if only it were something I could prove on a math model. Maybe Google can do the math for me. Anyways, Let me know if this ends the world.